Good morning, my pasta peeps. Um, oof, I'm starving. So I was looking through my comments just now. I'm really trying to get much better at. Something just went off. Um, it's a lot easier to do comments on my computer than it is on my phone. So I'm going through and I was looking at my comments, and Allison said, "Oh, I'm really shaky. I waited too long to eat." Yeah, I know you got to be a special kind of stupid to forget to eat. So Allison had left me a comment saying, "Please do a video on what the Jehovah's Witnesses are thinking right now with all of the unrest. I'm sure they probably think paradise is around the corner." So true. So when I was a witness, we did not have these to-go bags. Um, or maybe we did, and my parents didn't pack me one. They're like, "Leave her behind." So, apologize, super hungry. My understanding of to-go bags is that they contain the essentials. Heather Rant says they're about to pee themselves about Armageddon starting. I don't know if they're peeing themselves or if they're having just minor little orgasms. Because this is a very exciting time. It's happening. And then they probably have to go report themselves to the elders for touching themselves in a naughty way. But, brother elder, I was thinking about Armageddon and everybody dying. It was just, sounds about right. So we didn't have to-go bags. I learned about them about a year ago. I can't remember. I wish I could remember this couple. They were pretty funny. They were pretty cute. Um, and they were doing a mockery of what kind of items you would put in your to-go bag. Okay, that's attractive, right? Just spicy. Um, I never really researched exactly what's in there, but I'm going to a Skol, Gene Walker. Um, I wasn't sure how many would catch on to that one. It's my new favorite thing. Um, Sorry, I just started thinking about Vikings. And if any of you have not watched it, go watch it. Uh, Skull is a toast, a pasta babe. Good morning, Linda. I think it's not morning your time either. It's not morning mine either. But these to-go bags, I'm assuming have the essentials. I'm sure it's got the silver sword, both the Bible version. I have only my coffee as usual. Um, I'm sure that they have the both the dildo version and the silver sword Bible version um, in their to-go bags. Probably contact lists. So here's what I know about where Jehovah's Witnesses are right now. Around March or April, my mother, who many of you know is a current Jehovah's Witness, contacted me for my for my contact information to provide to the brothers, so that when the shit hits the fan, I guess they have a way to let me know that my mom's being tortured, or I don't know, but I'm gonna be contacted when tribulation hits. And so that she started doing. Um, Last week, she sent me a video. And I got to tell you, I let my mom, our go bag's supposed to be stocked for like a lunch or 100 years of corners. I think it's a little bit of both. Um, and I'm sure they're already practicing that they don't need physical food because they're going to have plenty of spiritual food. I should look. I'll just ask her. I'll ask her later today. What's in your to go bag? Anyhow, so she's like, I've got my two to go bags, and she's got two backpacks or whatever. And then there's an allotted are phone trees for the tribulation like yes, there are phone. That's exactly what the phrase I was looking at, or was trying to think of. It's a phone tree. It's weird. Um, I, I don't know if she's gonna contact me like, we need a place to hide. How's your basement? Which absolutely I would do. Of course, I would charge her rent because when we were kids, she charged us rent and we were minors. So, yes, if I was to hide my family during the tribulation, I will be charging her rent. Definitely. It's so beautiful out here today. I hope you guys are having an amazing XJW day and living your best worldly life. So she's got two to go bags. And then I think she said 3 days of, they have to have 3 days worth of food in reserves, basically. Now, I don't know what they think is going to happen in 3 days. And it's so interesting, the recommendations that the governing body is giving based on the CDC, which is government. So now all of a sudden, I know, Heather, thank you. That's what I was saying. Armageddon apparently is just going to be 3 days, or um, that's changed. I'm going to smoke a cigarette outside. Be right back. Ditto. I'm waiting for this to kick in so I don't feel so shitty. So they do have food prepping or storage, and they have reserves in their heads. This is happening. Jehovah's Witnesses aren't the only ones. I think we already talked about that. A lot of diehard Christians are living for the death of everyone else. Um, I know, so for a lot of former witnesses, there was a lot of different reactions to when COVID hit. A lot of my family members who are still mentally out, what do they do when the 3 days is up? I don't know. I'm assuming that they start raiding the rest of our houses. I've adopted your apostle peeps saying I was able to interview William, aka Bill Bowen, last night and referred to one of the listening audience apostle peeps and said, "I thank you, Linda." I'm gonna try to get my comments up here on my computer. It's a lot easier here. They come and they disappear. Lost my train of thought. Not hard to do. So, yes, when COVID hit, for them, although they are claiming that they don't prophesy anymore or any less, that it was a huge indicator that the end of times is coming, right? And then currently where I'm at, we're surrounded by fires, and then there's been a few other calamities, which, no offense, guys, this is the way it's been forever. Every time something negative happens, like let's say in the 80s, and the whole feed the children thing was occurring, immediately the first thing they'll go, okay, look at hunger, that's one of the things, people are starving. And then they start noticing other calamities, which this has already been occurring, nothing has changed, but they become more aware of it. And there's earthquakes over here, and there'll be earthquakes in one place after another. It's the end of times. So when COVID hit, of course their brains immediately went to that. Um, I think my honey is home. A lot of people got really, really, really messed up. Like I said, XJW, a family member of mine. I'm trying not to specify as much, so I'm not betraying anyone's secrecy and privacy. Was very much torn. I guess he crashed at some point because he was so struggling with like it's happening and he's not a witness anymore, right? Um, and I checked in with a lot of my siblings and everybody, the vibe that I got is that while they are all mentally out, some of them are still, sorry, physically out, some of them are still mentally in. So that fear that still grips us when we are still brainwashed and still mentally in and shit like this happens, it's terrifying. I think it's more terrifying for us than it is for current Jehovah's Witnesses because of the fact that we know when we're mentally in still, we are going to die. Like the result of our choices is about to happen. Um, yes. Gene is saying that's why research is essential, 100%. So I'm trying to think, and I know I'm going to do another video on it because I had written some notes at the time of how I felt. I felt very unfazed, and it's probably because I did fully wake a year and a half ago. That's pretty sad. I'm almost 50. Hi, honey. I'm live, just so you know.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Picking on.
Did you bring me more candy? I'm trying to not be so. Oh. Ooh. I'm definitely going to hell. I got some scratcher tickets here.
Talking to your pasta peeps. I'll shut up.
So, anyhow, um, Debs Vista says, hello, D and Cass. Good morning, Debs. So, people who were out, I think it hit them in a very devastating way. And I know that my brother, who has a child now, it's like now it's not just him that's going to die. His boy is going to die because Armageddon is here. Current Jehovah's Witnesses are very, very excited. My mom has sent me lists of all of the brothers and sisters that I grew up with. Um, yes. Heather says this pandemic thing is basically a trigger the Borg instilled. Well, I don't know that the Borg instilled the pandemic, but no, this is the stuff they live for. Yes, I know what you're trying to. I know what you're saying. I just can't say it back to you. It's a good thing we're not in counseling, couples counseling together. Um, it is fear mongering, Debs. Trauma response is thank you. That's what you know you were trying to say. And then Linda says the prophecy of the org is revealed as it's happening. Yeah, like that's it. That's the target. What the fuck? Really? Um, God, I hope I'm a millionaire right now and I don't even know it. I hope I'm a thousandaire.
They're the cheap ones. And they're new ones, too, so there's a couple.
I won $2 on this one before, so.
Okay.
Um, they don't think they live in fear. They think that they're living in glory. They think that prophecy is being fulfilled, even though they say they don't do it anymore. But Bible prophecy. Um, so not so much the Borg's prophecy. And I know a lot of people do follow the Bible, and that's fine. And but what organizations that are high control is that they use that information to terrify and control you. So when this happens, like right now, the current Jehovah's Witnesses feel like that they're being, if they live in glory, why are they so excited for us to die? Yeah, that's their loving God. I'm working on my current video about why is Jehovah a happy God? I'm sure we all know. Apparently, this whole ravaging. Linda says hello. Um, so there's the little man himself. So cute with his hat backwards. I gotta go. We're gonna go. All right, I'll wait. I'll give it 2 minutes. um, I hate the live part about rambling and losing my train of thought. Anybody? Uh, remind me. I just trimmed my hair yesterday. It's very nice and smooth. I might, I might, sh- I might shower this week. I was thinking. He thinks it's hot when I shower sometimes.
Shower this year.
The fear mongering, that's what we were talking about. Defy Jehovah. To find a bit in the Old Testament where Jehovah is loving to someone. And that's what I've always said. And I know that you all have heard the same thing. It's like if Jehovah is so loving, then why the wars, the violence, the murders? Well, when it's done in the name of Jehovah, it is loving. So wars and things that were occurring in the Old Testament, they were all in the name of Jehovah. That's why the killing was okay. Now it's not because
Right.
it's not in the name of Jehovah. It's in the name of I don't know who currently Trump. I don't know. Um, this kind of stuff, like I was saying, is the stuff that they thrive on. Period. It brings them a great amount of joy and a great amount of sorrow. I talk to my mom probably daily at this point, which I'm sure surprises many of you. I'm still going to work on that video. This has been a 10-year process. But I talk to her almost every day, and every day it does not fail that she will make the Jehovah willing statement, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, in 3 weeks I'm relocating, but Jehovah willing, I won't even be here anymore. Well, gee, thanks, Ma. They are doing a lot of letter writing. So my oldest daughter came by today, and I gave her the letters from her grandma, which my she has a good relationship with my kids. Anyhow, she's always tried to do that, but 90% of those letters got the J word. JAH is usually her jaw abbreviation. And so here's, hey, sweetie, grandma's pioneering, so she's doing a lot of letter writing. Um, yes, I heard, Linda, that Trump and they tested positive. I'm really trying not to be political because I don't know enough information
Jehovah's
to
Witness.
carry on an intelligent conversation. But yes, I did hear that. Um, Jay the comedian, I think it was yesterday, did a video. I didn't get to watch all of it yet, but it's pretty funny. If you check it out, he's got some input on that. Um, but yeah, they're in the day perhaps the most important day lives of thousands of activists. I feel like it's hopeful thinking. She's saying, can you guys see the comments when they come up, or just me? You? No? Need another cigarette. So they're doing a lot of letter writing campaigning. Excuse me. Um, every day, I think that when I'm talking to my mom, oh, you can see them. Okay, sweet. Sorry, I act like I'm new. Like I'm not a morning person. We all know this.
Or an afternoon person.
Or an afternoon person.
Come to
I
life
come to
around
life around 9.
midnight. Ooh, I'm up and ready to go.
I'm working on unpacking my to-go bags. Um, so yeah, they are right now what they are considering like the end times. They're probably just waiting, for so this would be another signs of the times with the COVID disease, and they're going to quote that entire scripture. Is it in Revelation? No, no. Signs of the times is Matthew. Some Jehovah's Witness out there tell me. Some ex Jehovah's Witness that can't get shit out of their head tell me. Where it talks about wars. Yes, it's cultivating the signs of the times, Heather. I 100% agree that there will be wars in one place after another. There will be famine. There will be earthquakes. And so this is just another indicator to them. And for people who've been in a long time, like my mother, at this point, the thought process is this has to be it. Like, for her, it's like it can't possibly be another bluff. This has to be it. So they are definitely in the planning phases. That means trying to get as many members as possible. From what I understand, is the governing body lowered the bar on pioneering hours.
I want that shirt that goes, I love Stephen Wet.
S. Anna. Good morning, Anna. Found in Matthew and Luke. Thank you, Debs. Um, you might be able to finish talking your thoughts out and then scroll down on your screen to reply. That sounds very logical, Linda. Thank you. Um, so yeah, this is a very, very exciting time for them. And I think about the little kids, right? I wish to God I could talk to the kids because that's what frustrates me the most. Um, the kids are also prepared. They are prepared for everything that's about to occur, which involves them being tortured and tormented. And but first, we got to get through the signs, right? So we're going through the signs, and then suddenly the government is going to turn on Jehovah's Witnesses. Um, then that's going to be the real sign. Um, so a conversation that my mom and I had was she was saying, and this is an interesting perspective. Um, she was saying, there's so many brothers and sisters that think that this is the end. This is not the end. We're waiting for that one last thing to occur. And especially these new ones, the new brothers and sisters, they are just thinking, that this is the end times, and it's not, because we're waiting for that one last thing. And I said, well, what's the one last thing? And she said the Declaration of Peace, which occurred back in the 80s. Um, they did a declaration of peace, but the other aspects that needed to be there to indicate that the world was ending wasn't there. Now we're in the place where all those other aspects are there, and now they're just waiting for her, being an OG JW.
I bought those
Um,
bagels,
oh my God.
but I didn't realize there's actually two big pretzels underneath them.
Well, I hate bread, so I don't.
I didn't know if you like soft pretzels
Ugh.
with cheese.
Is pretzels made of bread?
Yeah,
Then no.
bread is good for you.
Bread is awful.
That's what Jehovah says.
Jehovah lied. It wouldn't be the first thing that he lied about. Um, so they don't. That last piece is not there. Um, Gene says I had this experience in the years before Armageddon, 1975. Yes. Can I get an amen? So many people. I remember the Declaration of Peace, but they said it wasn't in the 80s. It wasn't. Yeah. So now what she's basically saying, and she would be my pulse into the JW reality, is everything else is in place. They're waiting for that Declaration of Peace. And when, oh, the woman that I'm studying with sent me a link too regarding the UN and some interesting things. So they're definitely geared up. They are geared up and ready to go. They got their phone list going on. They're trying to reach as many members as possible through letter writing. Um, if you have someone that's passed away recently, be prepared to get a letter because it's not uncommon for Jehovah's Witnesses. Can you hand me that? Um, to research and read through the obituaries so that they can reach out to you letter wise. Thank you. To get you while you're down. So definitely they're full blown, knowing that they are in that mode. And some of the OG JWs like Mamaja, waiting for that Declaration of Peace.
J Dubs
Yeah.
obituaries.
San says it's 1986, the year of peace. I missed the rest of that comment, but I will scroll down and respond. Um, this 5-minute video thing isn't really working out because I babble too much, and I love chatting with you guys because we're at 25 minutes now.
Oh, yeah, it's my time.
You had your time last night.
It's my time every day.
You come across as an abuser, I hope you know.
Damn, I'll abuse you.
All
It
right.
says in the Bible, the man is in charge. You must bow down before me.
I don't believe it says anywhere in the Bible to bow down before you.
I think it does.
If, what scripture was that?
Dennis 4:16.
Dennis 4:16.
Yeah.
Ah, thanks. Jah will provide.
Oh,
Oh, but don't the government have to come after all other religions first? We're used to sitting for days at a time. 25 minutes is an eye blink. This
well,
is just is so true.
give unto Dennis what Dennis deserves.
Give unto Dennis. I'm going to give unto Dennis a big glass of shut the fuck up. So cute. He
Oh,
thinks because
yes.
he has
Yeah,
he
that was
thinks because he has a penis that he wears the pants. It's the most adorable thing ever. So cute. My mom wants you to call her later. She's gonna count some time. And so every time I know that when she sends me a Marco Polo, like that, 17 minutes. I love my mother very much, but the shitty thing is she is in a cult, and as much as we crack jokes and we talk a lot of shit, which is true. Talking shit doesn't mean we're not speaking truth. Um, it is a horrible place for them to be in because she knows that her 7 kids, at this point, especially because my oldest brother just got disfellowshipped earlier this year and he was the last Jehovah's Witness, and he will go back. He's already trying to go back. I guess he was granted privilege that he's allowed to sit in on the Zoom calls now. So I guess he was in the virtual, virtual, virtual
yeah.
B hall to where he's
They got a virtual deal.
yeah,
Oh my God.
because
Oh,
he's
that's
allowed to listen
embarrassing.
to the Zoom stuff after the fact, but he was not allowed to listen to it live or to like see the people because you know he's shunned. They're even shunning virtually. And the shitty thing is, I know that he's in a very, very dark place. Same as with my mother, because they love us. My mom loves her kids, all that all of us from ages we're 25 to 50. She's a very busy lady. Her vagina was very busy for a while there. Um, Sorry, just thought about a uterus joke, but I'm gonna let it go. Um, so it's terrible. I I feel, especially with my brother, who does not feel that there's much hope, and he's now scrambling to get back in because the the end is coming. And so there are a lot of ex Jehovah's Witnesses that are returning because they thought that they were out, but then when this stuff happens, they get triggered. That fear comes back, and it's like, oh my God, maybe I need to go back. It's happening, right? So the brainwashing is basically validated with shit like this, and unfortunately, the world has no idea that this is all happening to 8 million people that are sitting there going like, oh, please Jehovah, oh Jehovah, when will this system of things end? It's sad. Pisses me off. Um, because I'm very careful, especially at this point with my mom. I let her be who she is, um, and I just zip it and listen. But in the hopes that, yes, Anna Twink is saying about the running back at this moment. A lot of people are. A lot of my friends who are so incredibly worldly. I mean, I think I'm worldly. Um, there's some good comments in there. I don't want to miss, but I appreciate everyone giving me that feedback because it is a reminder we've all been there, and that's what I have to remember is my mom really, really believes it. This is the truth, and she knows that her sacrifice is us kids. So when they drink the Kool Aid, they drink the Kool Aid every day in one form or another. Um, and my goal is basically is, yeah, she sees that as me as a worldly person, She knows I'm an amazing worldly person. Um, she'll tell me out once a week, it's no secret. She's like, Cass, I pray for you guys. I hate that none of you are going to make it into the new system. And my dream is, Jehovah, please, I hope that, your guys' hearts are touched and you come back. Um, and I'm sure she has a lot of tears about it. And then she prays to Jehovah for forgiveness, um, for questioning and feeling negatively about what is inevitable and what his goal and plan is. So even for them to feel sorry for us, um, plagues and wars have occurred through centuries. Yes, so I'm not sure how to joke it. We were talking about that earlier. That this stuff has been going on for as long as mankind has been going on. And I think it's worse now with the internet, right? Negative information is more readily available. That yes, I think right now they're just validated. They're sad because they know that they're gonna have to build their new houses on my body and bones. They and there's no fear though. That's an interesting thing. They don't have okay. This is a counter thing. There is fear. Their actions show is a fear response, but in their hearts they don't feel fear. If that makes sense, they feel excited. They know they're ready. They're ready to be tortured and tormented and raped and what other weird fucking fantasies that they have to validate that they are following the one true God. Um, and I will be damned if anybody ever proves Toni Morris right. So that reason alone, I just know it's no, no, it's not happening. That's all I've got to say about that. I apologize for the long videos. Love you guys. Thanks to those who stuck around through my babbling and my um. um. I want to say thank you to Allison for hitting me up with that question or recommendation. Um, if Jehovah thinks we should die, then so be it. We deserve it, right? Absolutely. We are evil, mentally diseased. And here's the thing, if I'm mentally diseased, you can't really hold me accountable. If I'm being demon possessed, wouldn't you want to embrace me more and help me with the demons that are rotting my brain and making me spew all this crazy talk? I mean, if I had family members that were mentally insane, which I just realized that doesn't, I do, I'm one of them. Um, it makes sense because, oh, Anna says, because I long to be a martyr. And that's so true. Martyrism, it's just, there's so many forms of drinking the Kool-Aid. I am grateful that I'm out. I am grateful for you guys being out. And for those of you who are still in, we are not evil, evil people. Well, some of us are. I have negative tendencies, but only if you piss me off. And then I have to use witchcraft and all of that, which just validates that worldly people. And I'll go shoot up some heroin afterwards. All right, I'm going to call it done, done, and done because I really want to finish editing this video, and I've been saying that for weeks, I know. I've been in a weird place the last couple months. Well, probably because my internal 1% is waiting for Armageddon. I got to go pack my to-go bag, guys. I love you. I'll see you next time.